Good evening. Good evening.
What's happening? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh boy.
I'm good. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. We are live on Spotify. We are live on GrooveRadioDetroit.com. And most importantly, we are live on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. It is the name of the show. We are live on my Facebook page. Again, that is Sunshine Kamela. And most importantly, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. It has been proven over and over again since I started this show. Again, I am putting on my public so you guys can see it. You can share it. I am so excited for this individual tonight. We're going to get into his bio in a second, and I'll let you know how I know him, how I met him, and we'll get right into the conversation. So, OLH Entertainment, sick-witted recording rap artist Big Omeezy.
Omeezy. Hello.
Omeezy is from Northern California, born in Oakland, California.
East
He's been
Oakland.
putting it down for quite some time now, whether it be performing on stage alongside his mentor, legendary artist E40. It's been putting down a slew of his own solo albums. He raps about overcoming obstacles, continuing the legacy, and making his own mark on the pathway to success. His latest single is Level 2022, which
Hello.
was released on January 7th of this year. So, you guys, I want you to welcome him to our show. I am excited for you to be here. It's been a minute since we talked, but again, this is another person that Main Event, you came highly recommended. Main Event said, listen, this my bro. I need you to talk to him. And it will be a nice conversation. So again, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to the homeboy Main Event. Been knowing him for many moons. Always been a solid dude, humble dude, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Met him probably I think it was '06 during the N1 mixtape tour. We was performing halftime and whatnot. Did a whole bunch of cities, a whole bunch of arenas, man, and all them dudes was superheroes, black superheroes. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only right, the first day of Black History Month, somebody like Main Event, man, putting it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Real legendary dude. So I appreciate you having me on the show.
Absolutely. And again, I did this on the last show. It is February 1st, the first day of Black History Month. And just to salute our people. Everybody that's been on here mostly have been Black. It's not a Black show, but a lot of this have been excellence, excellence of people who's doing big things. It's not an age limit. You're doing great things, whether it's Black men changing the face of the news. And it's good to see someone who has survived the test of times.
Straight up.
So
Couple decades in the game. Big O, he be where it's at.
he said several decades.
Several decades, real spillage.
So how did you get into music?
Well, growing up in East Oakland, I was a fan of Roxanne Shante, UTFO, old school vintage hip hop, you know what I'm saying, 80s. I really wasn't tripping too much on doing music, back then, but later on in life, when I got to, we uprooted from East Oakland and moved to Ogden, Utah. And I had a couple dudes that I looked up to, Bobby Kersey and Kevy Kev. And they was like the only ones, that I seen, or they was the ones that was putting it down, opening up for like Radio and Joe Cooley and Doc Box and Be Fresh. And I would say that was the first little thing that got me really wanting to, even my brother was rapping, my brother Lee. and and our DJ Tan. It's when you come from a community where it's not a lot of black folk, and then you just got it. Then you at the same time you tight knit. You just it's just it plants the seeds, especially if you have somebody to look up to.
I was thinking that when you said Utah.
No question, because we didn't have no radio station. All we had, I had my homeboy Tony Smith. He would record Yo MTV raps. You know what I'm saying? And then we would just go to his house and just watch, hella videos. MC Light and Heavy D and Cool Mo D. It was just like being, especially when you don't have a radio station. You look, it's simple things in life that you look forward to.
Absolutely. So how did you know that? Not just because of music, but that you can write?
Actually, when I first wrote my first rap, it pretty much came easy because growing up in East Oakland, I had a lot to rap about, different things. My father was a minister of the Nation of Islam, so I grew up in the nation. I was writing my pro-black raps and whatnot. You know what I mean? So everything pretty came easy. My father wanted us to be in music when we were younger. He was trying to get us on Putting on the Hits. It was a TV show back in the day, Putting on the Hits, and he was trying to be like Joe Jackson, but being a minister, he didn't really have the time to really just hone our skills, and I was singing when I was in elementary and whatnot, but being that my parents were going through a divorce, I didn't have my attention. I couldn't really focus on that per se. So, somebody told me that I was not a late bloomer, but I missed my calling, in the early 2000s and whatnot. And I just felt like God gave me a second chance and an opportunity, and I grabbed a hold to it. And like Tom Brady said, once he got once he got his starting position over Drew Bledsoe, he was like, I'm not giving it back. So it was like, once I got in the game, there's no way in the world I was going to give my position back, period.
So tell me about you mentioned that, when I didn't know this until you just said it, that you were doing the halftime shows on the And1 tour.
Yeah, so
tell me about that.
This was during the hype movement, pretty much kicked off like 05. So that's really where it started when 40 did Tell Me When to Go, and Muscle Car, different. He was working on his album when he was on BME, Lil Jon's label, and he had Tell Me When to Go and You and That Booty with Candy from Escape, and it was just like we had a power three, and we just rocked. We had our hyphy dancers from Oakland that came on the road with us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the hyphy dancers. You know what I'm saying? I was like Smooth Stats. It was like 4 or 5 of them youngsters that we took straight up off the block, out the hood, and came on the road, and we went all over DC, like every major arena in the United States. You just look up And1 Mixtape Tour 06, and you're gonna pretty much know that every arena we even Madison Square Garden, we performed all of them straight up. Very historical. ESPN, all that. We was right there.
Wow.
Straight up.
You do know what's coming down the pipe, right?
What?
I'll tell you off camera. So we just gonna say Black Top is coming.
Oh, that's hard. I'm with it.
All those players that we grew up with, you perform with, coming out, and they learn the lessons. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I believe it. Because it was big business back then, man. You had the shoe companies, you had all these big Mountain Dew, all these.
I looked at the thing. They were second behind Nike at one point.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and they would give us free shoes, give us free. I got jerseys, all that, man. It was a heck of a time. I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Well, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So, we have a moment. One of the things that Main Event Mark Bullock, all the guys were saying this is it's for the culture.
Right.
This is for the culture. Um, you never heard basketball without a gangster beat or somebody hyping the game up, whether it's the voice, whether it's the lyrics. Um, so hip hop was a part of basketball.
Right.
Hip hop changed a lot um, of things. Now, me personally, I said this several times and I will stick to it. I didn't care for rap because at the time, I'm sure I'm probably a decade or so younger than you, but however, I couldn't relate. I was church, school, home, so it wasn't. I didn't understand, and some of the rappers, I didn't understand how they were rapping. I didn't understand what they were saying. So when the culture constantly is evolving, how do you feel about hip hop today?
It's I like some of the stuff that's out there. It's so many different artists out there. You know, you really can just navigate to what you really want to listen to. If you want to listen to Kendrick, you can listen to Kendrick, J. Cole, and so many. If you want to listen to some gangster rap, you want to listen to some, something smoother, some informative. It's all kind of different displays out there. If you really just want to just get into it. I know, some displays aren't for everybody, so you really just got to figure out how to navigate. Me, I listen to everything. I listen to R&B, rock, country. You know what I mean? My favorite album of all time is Anita Baker, Rapture. Matter of fact, the last when I was in Detroit, I was actually at the studio and seeing the plaques that she recorded at in Detroit. It was amazing. So, if you have an eclectic style, even if you don't listen to rap, it's something rap orientated that you're going, it can be a regular TV commercial on TV. You know what I mean? Rap is so intertwined into just our daily lives. It's just no way around it. You can watch Sesame Street, Electric Company, and all that. You still go get some rap. You can avoid it if you want to, but somebody
Yeah.
go get some rap. You understand me? So, you know what I
I
mean?
want to say they probably had some episodes where they were attempting to rap on Sesame Street or the Electric Company, and that's funny because this is conversations that we have at work all the time about going back to the heyday, the village type of mentality, and a lot of that is music. I was just listening to the Rapture album 3 days ago. So music is that that language that goes beyond any boundaries.
Right.
Um, so are you what type of rapper are you?
Well, first of all, I'm a rapper, but I'm a songwriter. I make songs and I write songs about what I'm going through and what the world is going through, and I just try to, and I don't just try to rap on one particular style of music. I turned my pen into being able to rap on anything, like, regardless of the subject. My latest single, Level 2022, is a total, complete, clean record. I'm singing on the hook. I ain't sung on the record, since my first or second album, but I've always, could sing and could harmonize. I ain't gonna, take you to church and nothing like that, but I do have some rhythm about myself, and I wanted to make sure I paid homage to people that paved the way, but at the same time letting the newer generation, and they could be been in the game, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 15, 10 years, but people that put in 20 also learn from. You know what I mean? Learn, get some game. What I mean. Some people. My father got me a book called Making Music. It was and he had got it from school that I think he had it when he was at Skyline in Oakland, and I read that book and had my post-its and my highlighter and dissected that whole book, and it taught me how to write, how to actually format a song and how to write a bridge and hook and all that and all the terminologies and different people's opinion on, as far as and philosophies on music and all that. And once I learned structure and how to structure a song, man, it was pretty easy after that. You know what I mean? And being able to write hooks and stuff like that, catchy songs. Being from Detroit, about that Motown. It was, I follow all of that. Catchy tunes. That's why people this particular singer, everybody like, man, I can't get that hook out my head. It's because because I came up, writing hooks and trying to figure out, catchy things to, that repeat in your head. So, everything is about balance and having fun with it. If I wasn't having fun doing music and touring and all that, I'd be doing something else. And I usually find other things to balance my attention. I'm an Aries, so we get bored real quick. So you know what I mean. So I like challenges. I like a challenge.
No comment. So, that's funny. So with level 2022, what was the importance, not just the homage part, but the lyrics that what were you looking at? What were you feeling? What were you experiencing when you wrote that song?
Well, God gave me permission to, I'm usually a humble dude, but God gave me permission to pat myself on the back. So if you listen to the hook, I'm saying you've done a lot. I'm telling people that you've done some good things, but you're not on my level, which is really out of my character to really just put it like that. But being that, everybody watches verses, these, verses and all that. So, everything is about everybody comparing their resume and comparing, they live. And I'm just like, some people out there that maybe haven't put in a lot of work, and they just and it's good. That's why I said you've done a lot of good things. You just aren't on, not necessarily just me, but it's other people out there that done amazing things. That's like if main event, if you was talking to main event and he was like, "You play hoop?" He's like, "Yeah, I be hooping. Yeah, I get out." And okay, but now compared to somebody like a main event though, you just it's just it's just a different category. So you doing some good things. You know what I mean? You played a few games that's good, but you didn't play in you wasn't in New York in Spanish Harlem, I think we was, or whatever, wherever. It's just different. It's just different things, different scenarios that just like the average person never performed at Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? That's huge. I can say that. I can say that my
That's
own
very
self.
huge.
I can say that my own self. I performed at Madison Square Garden. It is what it is. That's big. Now, you know what I mean?
That's like, if you back, especially back then, if you sell out anything in the garden, like, that's major. And the fact that we can look it up, um and right now you are seriously not just on music, but you are a part of history itself. Like, and one is, man, uh this is how I got here. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
And I think I said this before. I was a couple of months before I started this podcast in 2020, December 2020. I was having a conversation with one of my very close friends, and I was just like, where is all the AN1 players at? Now I know about some people that, passed away. God bless them. But where's all these people at? Like, I don't see them. I don't hear. So this is the time of the pandemic. Everybody is on IG. Everybody's on Facebook, chilling. We locked up.
Right.
So I said, let's see if somebody will respond. So I reached out to a few, didn't hear anything. The person that started out this conversation was Shane. Shane was on his Instagram talking, and I was commenting, and I was just like, well, would you like to come on my show? And he said, sure. And it was what grabbed me was the conversation about the youth. giving back to the youth. Like, what are you doing? And it started from there. Then he said, you need to talk to my boy Main Event. And when I talked to Main Event, it just took off. And here we are again of having another conversation of um, seeing that history is here. You are part of it. You have done some of the greatest moments that people would probably die to have that opportunity to even rock a stage, period. Because some people can't do it.
Right.
Then, on top of that, you were with the hottest ticket. What?
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Not only in the United States, but internationally too.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
So I'm looking like how they do that on social media. Can you do an autograph on social media?
I'm sure there's some way to do it. I'm sure. Yes, that be. But humbly, what I'm saying, we just keep rocking and rolling, doing it for the culture and whatnot. Like my big bro 40, man, it's ain't no stopping. We just keep on adding to the legacy
I need
of
to
what
get
we
him on the show too.
yeah, we just keep adding to the legacy of what we got going. Detroit, you talk about Detroit, man. We spent so much time out there, man. You know what I mean? That was always like if it wasn't our second home, it was our third home for sure.
And you know what? A lot of people say that. Like they love Detroit. Just the atmosphere, the people that are real. And we are very blunt. And so um, you can get the side of Detroit, like, look, we don't play no games. Then there's the other side, like, we love you. We do. And we will be loyal. So again, I'm honored to have you here. Like I said, you came highly recommended from Main Event to come and talk about, not just because you're still relevant. And that's the thing, like 2022 just got here. We're already into the second month. And I took the song when you sent it to me as inspiration to even get to that level. Um, I mean, we all have those moments where, it kind of slow down, or, you change it up, you grow with the time. And so for you to still be here, still doing what you love to do, is a testament that you really got something.
Well, you always got to have mentors. You always got to have people around you that's motivated. That's always trying to incline. We talking about leveling up, and that's why I called it level 2022. It's just like, man, we gotta stay focused and keep looking forward. Keep our eyes literally on the prize. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we could be here today, gone tomorrow. So we want to make sure that we put that demonstration. I got 3 kids and a family and all that. So I've already just stopped even worrying about myself. It's not even anything I do is really just, for my children and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, it's really not that hard when you have, youngins that you have to make sure that you prepare a way in the future for them. So, you know what I mean? So I really don't have much of a choice per se. You feel me? But
So
but
what
thinking
do,
about
what do
but thinking
your
about
kids
but thinking
feel
about
about
and
you?
one the
Hmm?
thing about and one that was popping back then, man, and I think it'd be good to bring that format back is that we hit every community, and it gave, especially now that with COVID, it was like 2 years of not eligibility, but it's like people who may have given up on their basketball careers or didn't do their online schooling, so they didn't qualify to go to college or something, but they got mad talent. It just needs somebody to go out there and just snatch them and just, what I mean, and they could jump out of the gym and all that. Because, man, it used to be them open runs. There used to be people jumping off the pavement over
I
the
heard.
rim. You know what I'm saying? It was some of the most talented people in hood, and it just brought upliftment to the community. So like I said, I looked at them as superheroes, Spider, all of them, man, Hot Sauce, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Even Professor, all of them, man, they was like superheroes, bro, not bro, but they was just like superheroes to me, and to this day, I always look at them like that, regard Alamo, everybody,
They
720, all
they
of them.
they stood and they still do. They stand for a lot. Sometimes with being a trailblazer, you don't realize what you're doing. You don't realize how big it is until it's over. And for the simple
You
fact
see
that
that right there?
they
Look at that.
are,
That's my laminate '06 right there with my little picture on the.
wow, yeah, man, gonna be so happy about this one.
Hey,
Uh,
'06, all access Mountain Dew and one mixtape tour right there. You understand me? I keep everything.
it's gonna
And I
be
got the basketball too. They all signed the basketball for me. Don't ever get it twisted, man. Hold up. Hold up.
it's gonna be like I told Maine yesterday, I think it was. It's needed. It's much needed. It's a breath of fresh air. And when I tell you it's coming, it's coming. It's on a whole nother level, more than it was before.
I just want to perform that level. Let me perform halftime. We go. Just give me 2 minutes to do my thing. Damn me, I got to do it. You hear me?
Yeah, it's gonna be the world needs them. The world needs them.
That's
It's
real.
it's
And it's
beyond
outdoors, so it's like even we got to be outdoors anyway. So come on now.
yeah, it's gonna be um I'm excited and I can't wait. But at the end of the day, um we knew then what it took and what it's gonna take now. But when I tell you they learned the lessons from the last time, and it's almost fail proof. Like,
Right,
so again, the leveling up, there is no ceiling on this.
right,
Music has no ceiling. What we do, what we're inserting into this earth is not a limit to it. It's just basically, like you said before, having the people to push you, and be motivated and inspired to get to that level. I'm sitting here like, okay, in my mind, what's the next thing I need to do to upgrade myself, upgrade to get to another level. I'm never satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, you're always looking to better yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
well, you
It's
know what it is. You know what it is. I believe in the power of yes. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's really just somebody stepping outside of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like changing your when people say change your algorithm, you gotta switch it up. Like you gotta just do something totally out your character, but within the jurisdiction of what you believe in. But it could be just something little small, little fine tuning. Maybe kick a couple people out your life that you've been meaning to. People. My whole thing is anybody that raises my heart rate and my blood pressure up.
right,
I can't be around you. I can't really just do it. I can't. I love you, but I can't really be around you like on a daily basis. I could talk to you once a month or something like that. But I just for my health purposes, I just can't be around you. No disrespect. I love you and everything. And I just tell people that, you know what I mean, and give them an opportunity to change they toxic nature. You never, if you God fearing, you never want to throw nobody away. But for your own, what will you do for your mental health and your own health uh, for your own being? I switched up during the pandemic how I was eating. I became a pescatarian. I only eat seafood, but I don't eat a lot of fried food. It's the best thing I ever did because I don't, it's just like certain things that you just have to do. Throw a rock in your puddle. You know what I mean? Throw a rock. Let me see some ripples. I won't. It's too mundane. If it's too mundane and it's too regular, I just can't. I can't do it. I gotta switch it up. I need some fire. I'm a fire sign. I gotta have something to push me and move me. Say something. Anybody say anything small that'll just get me going and put a battery in my back. That's what I look for. So now I would just say that, if it's something that you just put on your list, um, for life, like I was scared of heights for the longest. Like I was already scared to perform in front and speak in front of people, so I overcame that when I started performing with 40. You know what I'm saying? And that was '05. So I would have got way farther in life if I would have got past that a little further. But it is what it is. And so at the same time, I was scared of heights, and I went to Great America. We got a place called Great America, and it's got this thing where they push you up in the sky, and then they let you pull the cord, and it drops you, and you swing and all that. And I went on ahead and did that, with my daughter videotaping me. Why? Because I didn't want to I didn't want to be scared. I didn't want to have no fear. And I just said, and you know what I mean? So that's just how I'm living. I just want to, I got a few homies that died from COVID, and I posted on my Facebook, our folks would want us to, do something for them. You know what I mean? We can't just sit around and be regular. Do something that your folks would do if they was here. That they'd be like, you a fool. Like when I did that, I heard my partner Bunky saying, you a fool, Omeezy. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know, but I did it for them. I did it for my folks, straight up.
And that's good too, because at the end of the day, you, like you said, you have to do something different. You want a different result, you got to do something different. You can't be the same way you were 10 years ago, because you're not the same person. So whatever that is, facing fears, um doing something that you never did before, stepping out on faith, basically that's what it is.
Right. Yeah.
Getting out the boat and look, I'm on water. You know how big that is? I'm walking on water.
Yeah.
One of the stories, this is funny. The first time I had the opportunity to, I want to say, preach a sermon, it was about Jesus telling them, launch out into the deep. And the story goes, Peter and them, like, I've been told all night long, I'm a fisherman. This is what I do.
Right.
You telling me to go back out here? I ain't finding no fish. But since you said it, I'ma do it. So he goes out there. Not only did he tell them where to drop the net, he dropped the net. They got all of this fish. It was so heavy, so much, they had to call the other people to come help them with this load. Now, if I didn't ever launch out into the deep, I would have never had known how deep it is, first of all.
Right.
And then, not only that, they came with the wealth. They walked away. You never heard anything about them fishing ever again.
Right.
So now you then went in the depth somewhere you've never been before, and then you brought back a legacy. It's recorded, for one.
Right.
And now your family, your village, everybody got enough. You ain't even got to do it no more. What?
Right. Yeah, it's hard.
What? And so sometimes we, and I have been guilty of it, of hitting the ignore button. You supposed to went that way.
Right. Right.
I'm good right here. This little lane right here. I'm good. Nah, you supposed to go that way.
Right.
And if you would have went this way, maybe, just maybe, that would have been, your loads of fish.
Right.
But now that everything has changed, has sped up, you in advance with technology, music, all of these different things, you got to find your niche. Get in there and do it.
Right.
And guess what? When it comes to stuff like this, you don't know who's watching. You don't know. It takes literally, I say it all the time, one person, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny.
Right. Yeah.
Destiny.
And that goes back to the power of yes. Like if soon as main event said, I got this, I said yes. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean?
And again, now we're here talking about the opportunities that are right here in the now.
Right.
And from this opportunity, you don't know what other doors are going to happen.
Facts.
The fact that I know what's coming down the pipe, you might just get the call like, listen, you got this song out. I need you to understand that this is leveling up.
Right. Facts.
Like this could be the theme of what's about to happen. Like
Right. Yeah.
we don't know, but the
Right.
simple fact that you said yes, we're launching out, we're doing all of these things, we're doing our part, and of course it's going to all blossom to something
Right.
and morph into something else, a metaverse of things that we had no clue and no idea.
Right.
And fear can't be the factor.
Never. Never. Never.
Fear can't be the factor. It can't even
Never.
have no room. So therefore, again, I'm excited to, and I listened to the song several times to, insert my own self into it.
Right.
To see how I need to move in the next couple of months. I give myself a month to do something different. I'm
Right.
never doing the same thing twice. Whether it's going to a different restaurant, take it back to scale it back to that. Finding a different way to do makeup. I don't know. Whatever it is, it has to be something different. Because
Right.
again, um, in the journey, that's why we write things down. This worked, this didn't work. So what do your kids feel about you rapping?
Man, let me tell you something. I don't mean to call you man, but I'm just having a conversation.
I get it.
So my daughter, I had walked downstairs. My daughter 21, and she a fan of mine. She listens to a lot of my music. You know what I'm saying? But this particular one she was singing, and I just happened to be coming downstairs and she was in her room jamming it, like, you know what I'm saying? And that just gave me the illest, dopest feeling of all time. Like, your daughter jamming out to your music and she know the whole thing, and it's not really just, and if she don't like nothing, she ain't gonna jam it, because
Yeah.
she's an Aries too. She got her own, she sing, and she talented in and of her on her own accord. She an actress, all that. So this ain't got nothing to do with, if she didn't want to jam it, she wouldn't jam it. Because I this really damn near one of the second or third times I've really heard her, like, you know what I mean? Even though she know all my songs, but this particular one is because, like I said, I look at it like I'm in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left on the clock, and for me to pull this off, and if people giving me good feedback, man, that's all you can hope for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's really all you can hope for. And then when people are hitting you and saying, "Man, that's jamming," that's just, you know what I mean. You just know that God was involved. You know what I mean? And really, in it's real life. If I tell you the story out of song, it's just, you just know God is involved, and I can't do nothing but, because I believe in seeing signs and listening. It's like, ever since I came with the song, every time I turn on the TV or whatever, I hear levels, like certain words, keywords, levels. It's like next level, and it's just poking out. So I'm like, okay, that's God right there. God is showing me messages, giving me messages, telling me that what I'm doing is right, and He gave it to me, because you never know when you ask for a certain thing, you don't know what he gonna send, what he's
Yeah.
gonna send, or who he's gonna send. You know what I mean? So that's why I said the power of yes. I don't know what God got for me. So as long as I use my discernment to know it's not the devil, I know that that God got something to do with it.
Or just the fact the importance of obedience. Um, you can't second guess. You know his voice already.
Right,
You just
right,
gotta do what he say and don't question it. And so again, it's your life unfolding right before you. You have done some things. Yes, you have.
right.
But you still ain't scratched the surface
Not
of what
even
he
like, I
really
got
got for
amnesia.
you.
I got amnesia to all
What?
anything. I had amnesia. I feel like I ain't get nothing. I ain't did jack. Don't give me nan rolls. I be giving to me, save them, keep them stocked up. You know what I mean? But it's like, And like like I said, today Tom Brady officially retired. 22 years in the game, 6th round draft pick, overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave him
And
a
he
chance.
went to my school.
Come on, man. Like, it's just amazing. And
Who would have thought?
the test of fortitude, the resilience, the come on, man, like that, that was just, and not even a super athletic dude, just somebody that had God-given talent that just believed
Talent
in himself. So,
and
you know,
humble.
man, super humble, all of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, it's like you got to just look at certain people and certain things and know that that
Oh,
God
your
put them in a
boy's
position.
on. He's
Who's
on
it?
now, man.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, okay.
He just helped salute King and Queen.
Okay, yeah, shout
Um
out main event, man.
and we spoke him up. So again, it is just the fact that this is an exciting time on all levels, not just sports, not just music. We have seen some things that we would never in a million years thought was going to happen. Things that have been said. I mean, it ain't no point of even writing a history book. We can throw that one away because
Yeah, no
it's
question.
constantly changing every day.
Right. Yeah.
We would have never, but it's still an exciting time to be alive. You talking to a survivor of COVID before they was even talking about COVID.
Right. Yeah.
And I never felt like it was unto death, but I was able to tell people about the experience, what to do, don't go into the fear. You don't never go in thinking you're gonna be defeated. What?
Right. Yeah.
Never. So again, these moments of being inspired by your words, being inspired by the people that we're connected to, and that's the part right there that gets me every time. The people that are in our circles now are meant to be in our circle. They're going to uplift you to where you need to be, and that's exciting in itself. Again, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid to fly. I'm not afraid to get on a cruise. I'm not afraid. I'm going to live my best life.
There you go.
My best life. I'm doing some things that been locked up since 2010.
Right.
That I'm bringing out as if it's new.
There you go.
I ain't playing at all. So again, the inspiration again for the timeless that you have been with, you have rocked the stage with some of the best, and you still ain't scratched the surface yet. The point that your children are here to see you in the age that you're in.
Man, that's amazing.
Facts are they want to put you on a shelf when you get to a certain age, especially in music.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
They want to put you like, you can't do it. You can barely breathe. What you mean? I'm gonna show you. I still got this. And so because you're still here, because you still got the energy, the want to, first of all, to do it, is kudos to you. I'm gonna give you your flowers, not the real flowers, but I'm gonna give you so you'll understand that you got people watching you, rooting for you to win, to constantly win.
Right.
Got it.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that you should give them something to, you give people something to root for. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. You got to give people something to root for, something to stand behind. You know what I mean? Get behind and
especially
whatnot.
when they know your history.
Right. Yeah. No question. Yeah.
Like when you said Oakland, my first thing was like, Oakland. Most of the time when you hear Oakland, it was always a negative thought when it came to Oakland, just like they do Detroit.
Right.
And so for you to be like, okay, I survived this. I was there. You done went to a place I didn't even know Black people was in, other than the mailman.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, see, that's really what saved me is that when after I graduated and I came back to Cali, of course, I always told people I was from East Oakland, but at the end of the day, when I was in New York and all them different places, like they was thinking I was just straight from Utah because you know what I'm saying, like straight up, like oh he's from Utah, oh he's from Utah, oh he's square, you know what I'm saying. So and I was just like, all right, like okay, if you say so, go ahead. I want you to not come. I want you to not have preconceived notions of what you think
Notions
I
of
am.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's like when we go to Sirius Satellite and go to these different places, it'd always be somebody be like, man, I'm from Oakland, I'm from Frisco. And you'd be like, what? Like if people knew you in this position that where you was from, don't you know how powerful that and impactful that would be to them in their life? Yeah, but if I told everybody from the jump, it might have been a hindrance. They wouldn't trust me with these secrets or in these meetings and everything like that, which I really truly believe probably would have held me back and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to that I not really survived because at the end of the day I've always been a survivor. But at the end of the day, to that I didn't fall for the pitfalls of life and I didn't fall for the traps, speed traps of life and the speed bumps of life, and even though like even after my father died, and I did go savage for a couple, for a couple of years because that was my anchor, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I self-corrected on that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a self-corrector, my whole life. Like I've just been a self-corrector and a fixer. Let me fix myself. That's how we say, man, let me fix myself real quick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
get yourself together.
Let me get myself together. So I've always been a self-corrector, and because at the end of the day, no one can judge me, but the man
Oh
upstairs.
God.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
Absolutely. I understand it all.
long as you ain't scandalous, you just,
Yeah.
people that's, long as you ain't scandalous and got a black heart and demonic, devilish demon and stuff like that, scheming, scamming, trying to figure out how to plot and how to take from other people and all that
Yeah.
24/7. Like I don't move like that. I never move like that. I'm a hustler. I know how to go out there and get it by myself legally. You know what I'm saying? Since I was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, I used to pump gas and hustle and you know what I mean and do for self. So I try to teach my kids that just, you don't get to go to work. I mean, you don't have to go to work. You get to go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you get to buy things and take care of yourself. And that's a blessing. So, and that's what all is instilled in them. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
And that's good. I mean, the point that sometimes we miss as the youth, we tend to shut up our wisdom and we only put it out once they get in trouble.
Right.
And if you start from the beginning, you won't have as many issues as you would as an adult.
Right. Right.
Um, and so a lot of the times it's great to see my black men still being fathers in their children's life, not just out here having babies,
Right.
not
Right.
taking care of them. And that was another part of my platform that I love to do is to tear down the plot and plans against our black men.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody out are not out here shooting up and doing all these crazy things that they want to amplify. But I have a platform, so therefore I get to amplify what I want to amplify. And
Right. Right.
that's truth. That's honesty. That's transparency. That this is a black man who has been doing what he needed to do for his family and has worked.
Period.
And he's constantly working to not
Period.
only better himself, but better his family and leaving a legacy, not debt. Let me say that one more time.
Right.
Leaving legacy, not debt,
Right.
and making sure that his wisdom is being shared. And that's what we need. That's what we miss.
Right.
This is why, as you said, the Superman of and one, when they come back out, it's gonna be a whole nother level of Spider-Man, Aquaman, all of them. It's gonna be a whole nother level. And this is where I love it because they're intergenerational.
Right. Yeah.
It's not just for the old folks. It's not just for the young folks. It's for everybody. And like you said, the community, they're doing all of that plus some.
Right.
And going back in it from the time that it ended to now, it's such a big gap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And all of these other people didn't do nothing.
Right. Right. Yeah.
They didn't do nothing. We was sitting up here waiting on the government to do something. What? No. We are the government.
Right. Right. Yeah. And
Why
what's
you
cool
got
is
me
we
over
have
here
all these
preaching?
people. We got all these, Diddy's and Jay-Z's of the world. I think it's like it's more like, I don't know. Nobody was on that page. Like, man, why we don't own? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I try to stay out of the. I just know that the
As
powers
much
that.
money as some of these people got,
Right. Facts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there's no way.
No way. No.
There's no way.
Right. Yeah. No.
And we have to fix that. And because of the heart that we have, God's gonna give it to us so we can advance his kingdom.
Right. Okay.
And every person that we encounter, every child that was just out there for hours just to see them, to be in the courtroom, to be in the bleachers, to see them, they're going to make sure you're going to see what you need to see, but you're going to leave with a whole nother experience after this.
Right.
After this.
Yeah.
And this is what your music has done. And it's going to continue to do.
Right.
So don't be surprised if you get that call now.
I just want to see them assemble. But see, it's like them, like X-Men. What's it called? X-Men. When Professor X and Magneto went and found new mutants, like when they go out there and find new players. You know what I'm saying? The new generation.
Listen, I'm
That's
telling you,
what I
it's
want
about
to
to
see right there.
happen.
Okay, good. Okay, well, hey.
It's about to happen. Trust me. I
Okay,
wouldn't
cool.
lie to you. It's about to
Yeah,
happen. So
yeah.
you're gonna see new people. And the good thing is those who we fell in love with are gonna be owners.
That's hard. Or coaches.
What?
I want to see them be owners and coaches of their own teams. That'd be hard.
What is about to happen? I'm telling you,
That'd be
it's
tight.
about to happen. So
That'd be
therefore,
tight.
those who we love and fell in love with will be owners. And this time around, you could be professional off the blacktop. You don't
That's
gotta go
hard.
to the NBA. You ain't gotta go to college. You ain't gotta do none of that. It
Right,
started at the blacktop. It's gonna end on the blacktop.
right.
What?
Facts.
So again, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You were part of history before this, man. You have no clue and no idea.
I'm excited.
But this is gonna be, if they could put like Marvel and DC together, this is what you about to see.
Man, that'd be tight.
What?
Yeah, that'd be tight. Yeah.
So again, I want also everyone to again, please like and share the videos. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, do all of these things. I want you to let them know how to get in touch with you to support you. And if they need to, get you on another, I don't know. Tell them how to get in touch with you and how to buy your music.
My music is everywhere. Instagram. I want to say Instagram, Spotify. All the streaming services. It's everywhere. Everywhere. At BIGOMEEZY on all my social media, Twitter, Instagram. Of course, here's Omar Health, and that's my government. But Big Omeezy. I also have another page on Facebook, Big Omeezy. And my new single is out right now. Everybody can stream and share it and everything like that. I'll be shooting a video at the end of this month. I probably got a lyric video dropping probably next week or so. I got my own clothing line, TGC Clothing. I just dropped a new hoodie, my Black History Month hoodie I just dropped. So the link is on my page right now as we speak up on the microphone. I got my own eyewear line, Evolutionary Eyewear. We got a
Wait,
pop-up.
you got your own glasses?
Yeah, well, it's our line where me and my business partner Aisha, we just go out and find some of the best looks at an inexpensive price. We've been doing that for a couple of years. It's called Evolutionary Eyewear. Just getting the people to step up outside they comfort zone and try different looks. Because me, I used to wear like Oakley, the little Oakley glasses and all that, looking like a popo and all that. And but it's like you see these glasses, these are the clear Jones. So it's just like certain glasses and that you can change your whole life. You know what I'm saying? No question. Like it could like change your whole life. Certain things that you do could change, what I'm saying, could change how people look at you. You know what I'm saying? So and then I got CBD line, evolutionary hemp. What else? And I'm working on my new album, TGC4 for this summer. So I'm just all gas, no brakes, just keeping it moving, trying to be an inspiration to a lot of my folks and whatnot.
All right, one more thing. How did you get in touch with or how did you hook up with E40?
Just I was bodyguard back in the days doing club security and stuff like that. And my homie Kevin Dixon, Captain Savaho, he just hooked me and my bro JB up with him in 1995 back in the days. And what I mean, and linked us up and it really was my way to get in the game, but at the same time, because I was still trying to do music. I was trying to figure out if I want to sing or rap or both and all that. And there was just an opportunity to because I believe you should get in the game however you can. You start off as a Spolstra for the Miami Heat. He started out, in the film department, what I'm saying, filming, and now he champion, a few time champion, and still the head coach. So at the end of the day, just get in the game, figure out how to get in the game, and then once you get in there, make
Find your niche.
find your niche and work your way up the system. So that's pretty much how I did. Keep a long story short. But yeah, me and that dude, I've been together and been all across the world multiple times. You feel me? I got super super love. That's my big bro, E40, no question.
Absolutely. I know an hour goes so fast when you're having fun.
how
And
many shows have you done?
oh, way over 100.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. Okay.
I did 100 my first year. So this is going into my second year. The in December it was my first year. And so when I calculated, it was over 100 episodes. So I kind of changed up, as we say, leveled up.
Right.
How I was doing things when I first came out. I was, when I say talking,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like twice a day, like 5 days, 6 days a week. Till now, just sticking mainly on Tuesdays so everybody can get that chance. My personal, not so much doing so many shows, but more so upgrading on the quality and things of that nature. So I kind of brought it down a little bit, but I have so many. I'm already booked to March right now.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
So
Yeah, I have my podcast I was doing on Blog Talk. I've been doing that a few years. I had to take a break. It was too stressful. You know what I mean? It was too stressful booking the acts, and I mean the talent was easy, but just overall doing everything myself was just
I
stressful.
I think toward the end of last year, I did get an assistant. So a lot of the stuff I'm not doing any longer. And I'm still in the process of giving more work to her to do.
Right? Yeah, because it can't be
So
it can't be a bit
uh
much. Yeah.
yeah, so you gotta learn to delegate. I don't have to do everything. And so this is a whole point of leveling up.
Right. Facts.
So,
Yeah.
so you can um have the longevity. Some
Right.
things
Yeah.
you had to, bump and bruises and after I get done, I feel like I ministered. This is my
Right.
ministry.
Right. Yeah.
So I just like when you preach, you gotta have that downtime,
Right.
give
Yeah. No
yourself
question.
time to,
Yeah.
rejuvenate. So again, some things where I'm learning every day, and I learn more from people like you when you get to share the wisdom, and I'm at the table sopping it all up.
There you go. There you go. No question. Yeah. Well, congratulations, and keep up the good work. And if I could shoot some people your way, what I mean, I definitely
You know how to
will.
get in touch with me. You got
Yeah.
the messenger. I think I gave you my number. You
Yes,
got
yes,
all
yes.
ways to get in touch with me. So please do. I don't if they're willing to talk, I'm willing to listen. And that's what I'm about. I don't have no age limits, no race, none of that.
Got a couple of
They
my
have
female, my female rapper homegirls, Lady Red, and a couple other people that I like to get on there and just get a female's perspective, and let you talk to them some real talk, and just from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? She from the South, and but at the end of the day, just I like to just my folks. I like to just get them around people that's positive, got a positive mind state, that just unlocks the boundaries that where we can go
yeah.
as far as conversation wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I have no problems with that. Like I said, you know how to get in touch with me, and I'll get in touch with them, and we'll set something up, and voila. We just, going forward from there. So again, I want everyone. My big bro Wally has been on here for a minute now, posting. Um, but I need everyone to continue to support the show, support him, because we can't do it without you. So again, like and share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, I will be looking forward to hearing from you again. And once everything, I guess the video or you put something else, I will definitely have a spot for you to come back and do this again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to the homie main event for getting me on this thing I'm talking about. And keep me in the loop on what y'all got going on too. Cause
Listen,
me and
you're
me
gonna
and
be
me,
like, put me on,
we
put
talk
me
about it too.
on.
Well, no, that's all right. No, I ain't no, yeah, because I need to be. He already know I'm on deck. He
Yes,
already
for
know.
sure. For sure. So I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your evening and be safe out here. And I will talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem.
One
All
love.
right. Bye.